Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to The Traveler. I'm here with you in our little base, and today will be a little bit more of a talkie. We might go do some caving. I'm not entirely sure yet. I want to work on the power system in here a bit, but in order to do that, I need to get some material to provide power. I think we're going to end up with, in the long run anyway, I think we're going to end up with something like either steam or biomass, perhaps. But we need to get some, kind of some basic stuff going first. Hang on, I just realized. Let's change that to hard, as, no, we normally have it on normal. And let's double check this to make sure it is on recipe mode. Perfect. Sorry, I've been doing some work on my creative world and wanted to make sure that I had this set correctly. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit more of a talkie episode. This past weekend I was at PlayOnCon and I got a chance to meet a bunch of the guys that I find to be my inspiration. A lot of the Minecraft guys and other YouTubers. I got a great opportunity to hang out with Good and Seth Bling and Blame the Controller and Michael and a bunch of the other guys as well. And as a result, I've got all sorts of stuff. Actually, let's go ahead and take some sandstone over. I've got all sorts of stuff that happened over the weekend. I think I may intermix some of the video that I took, and I'll try to kind of introduce it as I get there. But for the moment, we'll start with kind of, what happened, a few of the things that happened over the weekend, and we'll go from there. So, first of all, PlayOnCon is a fairly small gaming conference. I think there's about 750 people, somewhere in that neighborhood, at the conference. So it's not a huge thing, but it's a kind of a very intimate, very friendly gaming conference where you get to know a lot of people pretty well. And upgrading in. So apparently they mined their own sandstone. Okay. You're the one I want. You can have sandstone. So yeah, it's a small gaming conference. This looks like it's bigger too. And yeah, it's very much, it's not all, yeah, they definitely have upgraded this. That's cool. Sorry, I'm getting distracted from the talking here. I may have to just go caving just to reduce the distractions here. So, let's see here. Small gaming conference. There's a lot of things that are. There's all sorts of tabletop games. It's not very big. Oh, whoa. So earlier it said a nether portal has been created. I now see the nether portal that it was talking about, so we'll check this out while we're talking here. May disrupt the talking a little bit, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, all of this turned to obsidian. Interesting. Wow, this is very much going to disrupt my train of thought here. Let's go up and see what awaits us here. Looks like, wow, that's a long ways down to, huh. Interesting. Sorry, I'm a little bit quiet here. That's just, I've never had a nether portal just appear, and yeah, this is very interesting. Anyway, back to this weird colored stuff here. There's basically it's a lot of tabletop gaming. There's not a lot of it's not a lot of computer games in general, or electronic games in general, but that part's starting to expand a bit more. Calendrite ore. And but what does happen is a lot of the YouTube guys like Good, Seth Bling, and Blame the Controller, and a lot of those guys use the conferences like this as a way to get to meet fans and meet with each other as well, because a lot of them haven't actually met each other in real life either. Wow, that's cool. So yeah, it's kind of their way of good way of getting everybody in the same place where they can meet each other. Is that actually where that was? No, this is a different spot. Huh. Because there's no sledge around that. So the other meteor must be over here. Ow. Good thing this is not UHC. So, anyway, good spot for people to meet each other, and I guess I'll kind of go in to a couple of the really cool things that I had with the whole weekend. We'll start with just getting there and getting settled. Took a little bit of time just to get from the airport down to the site for PlayOnCon. I decided to take the shuttle that was being provided as part of the conference services, and not actually rent a car or anything like that. So it took a little while, but once they're a little short staff and all of that, being a small conference, but once I got there, or once they picked me up and we got out to the site, shortly after that is when I actually met Good initially, and what was really cool is they were all getting ready to go to lunch, and, well, I sort of invited myself along, but, that being said, I did get to go to lunch with Good, which was a blast. Went to lunch with Good, Seth, and a bunch of the others. Sadly, I did end up with a few spoilers to the current UHC season, but that's not my place to share them. Not that I want to share them. I've pretty well forgotten what was mentioned, and fortunately was not paying quite enough attention when they were talking about who won and things like that. It was really nice to actually get to have lunch with Good and everybody else. I know Good's kind of getting primary attention from me, but Good's also the kind of my primary, let's see, what do we call, inspiration. There we go. So kind of gonna get first spot there. So went to lunch with Good. Actually spent a lot of time over the weekend hanging out with Good, and there's not a lot of stuff going on the Thursday afternoon, but they did do a little bit of a meet the YouTubers and kind of a meet and greet. Meet the Minecrafters, technically, is what they called it. Yeah, kind of a little meet and greet for everybody to at least get a chance to say hi and figure out who's who and do some basic question and answer and things like that. And that was a lot of fun. I didn't record video of that. I actually did not record much video or take a whole lot of pictures over the weekend. I was more interested in just hanging out and not being obtrusive or anything like that. Just because they get plenty of attention all the time, and I suspect that if I ever get to that point, then I'd rather just hang out with people more or less off the clock, as it were, without the cameras being rolling, and you just get a chance to talk to people. And less pressure. You don't have to worry about, oh, hey, yes, I just said something that I shouldn't have, and now it's on video, and all of that stuff. The Shaft podcast guys were also there, and they were actually planning on doing the Shaft podcast live from PlayOnCon, but the one drawback to the location for this year for PlayOnCon is that the internet access was pretty abysmal. The site was a 4-H summer camp type site, which was actually really cool. They had a lot of regular summer camp style things, and I realize that this is going to be somewhat of a boring as far as activity goes here, but at least this way... Oh, that's not going to work. Let's just put these here for a moment. Ha. You. Go away. Fortunately, though, digging out this meteor is something I kind of need to do anyway, and I can do this while talking without getting too distracted. So, there we go. So yeah, basically, they... unfortunately, as a result of the types of conferences and meetings and things that this 4-H summer camp site usually does, is not as technical heavy, is not as technology heavy, so they weren't really quite ready for the scale of network access needs that PlayOnCon really had. Which, that's fine. I personally actually found it kind of nice to be disconnected from the world for a couple of days. My typical lifestyle is being connected pretty much 24/7. Oh! Ow! That was unexpected. Wow. Right. Yeah, so much for not being distracted here. I have no idea what just happened exactly, other than a charged-looking alien creeper, perhaps? I'll have to actually watch the little bit of that video and see exactly what happened there. Because that was quite sudden. Anyway, back to story time here. Personally, I'm connected all the time. I'm on the internet constantly, and I actually found it kind of nice, and basically it was nice being away from technology for the few days that I was down over at PlayOnCon. I wasn't wearing any armor. That's part of why I just vaporized. I do not appear to have lost anything. Wow. I just don't know exactly what happened. Apparently, when you break certain parts of the meteor, things can just spawn in your face. Interesting. Right, am I missing anything? Apparently not. So, let's go back to our work here. Hopefully we don't have too many more of those encounters. Now that I lost track of where I was at story time-wise. So yeah, being disconnected wasn't too big of a deal. I did record some footage of the let's see, which one did I record? It was the Shaft podcast, I believe, is the first one that I recorded. Ouch. So basically, breaking these sometimes spawns alien creepers. Good to know. Do I have food? I do not have any food. This is a problem. Do I have a way out of this place right now? I don't know. Let's see, this gets me out. Right, so. Where was I? There's the town. Let's find some food. I guess we'll kill some of these chickens. And have eggs and feathers perpetually floating around me. Then we will go out to our house, do a little bit of cooking. Let's see how these guys are doing on their construction. Really quick. Oh, they made a little well. Awesome. That's a long ways down. What are we doing, guys? Hopefully they don't end up tearing that down. They are lacking 5 stone, it appears. To make Synergio. Okay, we will go cook our chicken and cook up a bunch of stone and do a little bit more trading while we're working here. So yeah, I did record the Shaft podcast that they did, and I will probably take a moment here. I think I will be taking a moment here to include some of that footage, and that way I can share a little bit of that with you guys. And I will see you guys in just a moment.
First. Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, and I've been good friends with the Shaft Podcast guys for quite a few years, back when they did Control Point, the TF2 podcast that nobody could be better than. They make the best Minecraft podcast, except of course the Minecraft podcast.
Right.
You know,
We don't
sorry
Minecraft
guys. Can't stay on top forever.
Yeah. I'm Brett Copeland, part of the Shaft.
I'm Eric Fullerton, Dead Workers Party, Dead Workers Unite.
That's united now. Good job. Yeah, good job.
You've created a coalition. I'm Good from Minecraft. Michael from Minecraft.
Tell people who don't understand what your server and your community is all about. Just a brief synopsis of.
So, when I started Minecraft, I picked the name because I thought it was kind of like Minecraft, and I thought it would be kind of hip and cool, kind of like the Shaft, I guess. But it started as a single-player Let's Play thing, and once multiplayer actually started working, I wanted to play with friends. I was used to play World of Warcraft a lot, and so I was used to having a community-type aspect, and so I really wanted to play with some friends, and that's how I started Minecraft, was to just play with my friends, like real-life friends, and people on YouTube really started really liking it, and then other YouTubers started contacting me. And the early people that joined were through contests and stuff, which is really crazy because, like, for instance, Vintage Beef, whenever he joined, he had like 200 subs or something like that, and now he's about to hit 500,000, and it all just happened through him joining, through a contest. And then, like, I was friends with the guys that Spawn Network, and you're familiar with us, and that's where I met Michael and Nvidia and CoStar and all those people. And Michael just asked to join, and it was so small at that time. I was like, yeah. Now it's grown to the point where I can't just let people join because it's gotten too big. But that's how it started. It was kind of on a whim, but it was kind of planned at the same time, type of thing. And it just just all kind of came together and where it is now, unplanned and planned at the same time.
I've always wanted to go to a convention, and I've never been able to. And being able to actually come and meet people in real life that, you know, I've talked to Good a lot online, but never, it's the first time I've actually physically have met him.
But it's open source, so you can edit that yourself.
Right.
Yes, because Apple is an expert at coding video code.
Yeah, exactly.
You're no longer allowed to make paintings. You know, and Nintendo says, well, we'll let you make paintings, but we're going to sell them and take all the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You do the work, we take the profit. Yeah. I thought it'd be kind of cool to get stocked. You know what I mean? Like if somebody thought I was cool enough to
You heard it here
put
first.
all this effort into trying to find out more about me, that's kind of cool. I don't know.
Well, I've been using my full name on other projects for years. Like, I had made comics and whatnot before that I had my name on, and then I linked my YouTube to my comics site. And I had essentially, at one point, I helped a political agitator host a blog where he complained about small-town politics. And the mayor and the other people in the city council were like, well, we're going to subpoena the webmaster and try and find out the identity of this blogger. And, you know, I was a webmaster. So I spent a summer dodging a subpoena so I wouldn't have to divulge the identity of a blogger. And I figure if you can dodge a subpoena, you can dodge most fans because they're not being paid to follow you or you know, get to you. So just caution. One of the best baby videos was I came home from work one day and I was like, hey Corinne, you know, where'd you go today? Did you go anywhere? And she says, Target. I was like, did you go to Target? Did your mother take you? Marion, where are you? Did you take her to Target today? And she's like, yeah, why? And I'm like, because she knew. And Marion's like, well, I didn't say Target. Like, and I'm like, well, maybe somebody at the store said it, or it was on a sign. I don't know. I asked her where she went. She said Target. So then I got my camera out, and I spent 45 minutes just pointing the camera at her and asking questions to like prove I wasn't crazy. And she didn't answer any of the questions, but at one point I was like,
crazy.
But so at one point I was like, okay, it's time for your nap. I'll tuck you in. And she says, love you. And I said, what? And she goes, I love you. And I'm like, oh, I love you too. And so that went up on my channel and got a ton of views because people apparently like
She
being
legitimately see.
Do you feel like when you're explaining to someone that you do gaming videos for YouTube that it's like a dirty word or something? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like I'm telling them I'm a stripper or something. Like it's a bad thing.
And welcome back. Let's sell all of that stone. Looks like they should have enough resources there. There we go. It says it's lacking resources, but I think that's just because he's already busy. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little clip. Well, I don't know exactly what I'm going to include in that clip right at the moment, so it's kind of hard to say exactly what was going on there, but again, I hope you guys enjoyed that clip. One of the other things that was really cool is as a result of spending a lot of time hanging out with all of the other Minecrafters and YouTube personalities, was that I got a chance to, I actually went to a couple of different meals with Good and Seth and the others, and on one of them, that is a strange roof you got going there, dude. That is just the funkiest roof you got going. So, as a result of spending a lot of time hanging out with them, after coming back from lunch on one of the days, actually coming back from dinner on one of the days, they, oh, I see. You're building a second floor up here. Interesting. Hi, dude. Huh. That's interesting. Right. So, yeah, after dinner on, let's see, I think it was Friday night, we got back to the... we actually went off-site for a couple of the meals that I went out with Good and them with. And when we got back to the camp area, to the PlayOnCon site, we actually had... I actually got the opportunity to playtest playtest Seth's new map that he is working on for his 1,000,000 subscriber special, and that was really cool. As far as Seth's popularity is concerned, I'm not going to help his... not going to be any big push on his... to the number of downloads for his map or anything like that, but I will say that I am definitely planning on getting the CryptoCraft guys together to play his new map, and I am greatly looking forward to its release. It was a ton of fun to play, and you guys are in for a great treat when he hits that million subscribers and releases that map, because it is a lot of fun, and that is all I can say as of this moment right now. And I really am thankful to Seth for having the opportunity to join in and playtest that map. Especially as somebody that I don't really have any great relation to to his community or anything like that at this point, but getting that opportunity to playtest the map was really cool, and I'm glad that I had that opportunity. Oh, this is cool. I don't know exactly what he's doing with this upstairs right now. It is really kind of funky right now. Look at these little kids running around. So another really cool thing is there's a couple of Minecraft building competitions, and if you've watched my stuff, you know I'm not a great builder by any means, but as a side effect of one of them not having a lot of people show up at, I was actually only one of 4 people that went and hung out at that particular building competition, and honestly I only decided to stop by that building competition because that's the one that was run by a building competition run by Joe Hills, and I stopped off at that one mostly because he was very short of people, and I just wanted to kind of help out. And as a result of there not being a lot of people, I actually ended up winning 2nd place on that building competition, which was pretty cool. The theme for that build competition was trees, and I decided to make a tree using jukeboxes and emerald blocks, and it doesn't sound like much, but it kinda came together. Unfortunately, the map itself is on a different computer, so I can't easily record it and bring it in to show here. However, I will link to Joe Hill's video that he put together of the build competition, and you can take a look there and see the you can actually see the Emerald Jukebox music tree in all of its glory. And let me know what you think. I'm still not sure what's going on with this. This is so funky. Apparently he's putting in a roof now, though. But, yeah. It's just so weird. Yes, it's a weird life, alright. How about you tell me I'm still a regular visitor? Okay, fair enough, dude. And, yeah, so as a result of there not being many people, I ended up winning 2nd place. Excuse me. Which was pretty cool, and, yeah, I know Joe Hills also was kind enough to link to my channel in his video covering it. And, some of you guys watching right now maybe came over from Joe Hill's channel, which, if that's the case, then I greatly appreciate you stopping by and saying hi. And yeah, hope you like what you see. And there's another meteor on this side of town, or is this the one I've been excavating? I thought the one I've been excavating was further away. No, this is another meteor. We seem to have a lot of meteors here. I might have to excavate that just to make more room for the village, too. Right. So, besides the building competition, there's a lot of other really cool things with PlayOnCon. You know, definitely really nice being able to hang out with with other YouTubers that are both bigger and much bigger than I am. You know, a lot of my time was spent hanging out with Good and those guys, which a lot of that was. You know, it's really cool actually getting to hang out with them and hear kind of what some of the things that they go through with their building videos for their channel and different things like that. And it was also really nice being able to even hang out with some of the YouTube producers that are, you know, much smaller than that too, that are, you know, even smaller than I'm at right now, and you just share ideas, make contacts, and some of them might even be joining in some future stuff that I've got planned for the CryptoCraft server as well. And yeah, never know. Keep an eye out for things of that nature. And a couple of the other really cool things with PlayOnCon is some of the regular shows and events that they do. And one of those being the Iron Bartender, which I did record video of that as well. And I think I will include a couple of clips. Okay, this makes more sense now. I think there will probably be a couple of clips from that as well here. So, yeah, I'm not going to do a whole lot of it just because, you know, it was a fairly long show, which, yeah, it was a lot of fun, but it was definitely a long show. And I didn't have the best of video. I didn't actually take a tripod or anything with me, so yeah, camera is handheld and a little bit on the shaky side. But I'll dig up a couple of good clips here and see you in just a moment.
I want to thank you all for being here. I'm going to first introduce our judges, the esteemed panel in front of us. Our longest term judge is Sean Hagler. He has been a judge for every single Iron Bartender contact. Our second judge is the lovely Bunny, who is our president. Our former president. Yes. Up to the mouth, I guess. Some of you may know Good. I guess some of you do know Good. He's a bit of a celebrity here, I think. And then we have Lego Lad. We especially want to thank Lego Lad, as he actually paid for the privilege to sit on our panels. And now I'd like to introduce the lovely Katie with our first secret ingredient. Miss Katie, if you would please tell us what the ingredient is.
This is the original Mama Wana, which is cane-neutral spirits with grape wine and natural and artificial flavors.
It sounds delicious.
If you dissolve sugar cubes in Listerine and then filtered it through red wine, it would taste better than this.
I'm shocked the styrofoam cup didn't melt.
And now, the lovely Katie, please bring out the second secret ingredient. I assure you, she does not have a dick in her box. Yes.
What I do have in my box is Coolin's
your house is made out of cucumbers or something, and you're living inside of it or something. That's what it smells like. And it tastes just like that.
Last but certainly not least, we have our very esteemed iron bartender. You know him and loathe him sometimes. Mr. Wes Wilson.
I need Mr. West to turn around for me, please.
I may have made a mistake. That really does not look like Wes Wilson at all. Sir, what is your name?
My name is Kanad Batar.
Did you say Captain Picard?
Kanad Batar, you swine.
So retard. Is that what you said?
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
But in our family, we like elderberries quite a bit. And his talent in the great state of Washington. You may know him as well. Mark, are you in the house, please? Are you intimidated at all about competing against this esteemed frog here?
Not in the least.
Excellent. Without further ado, I would like to bring out the lovely, and I do stress lovely, Katie, with our secret ingredient. Miss Katie, what is the secret? Oh my Lord, have mercy.
I'm really sorry.
Prepare yourselves. What is the secret ingredient, please?
The final secret ingredient is Mama Walker's maple bacon liqueur.
This tastes, smells like pancakes. As an alcoholic, I found my new breakfast.
Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that little clip. Again, I haven't actually done the editing to put the clips in yet, so I'm not sure exactly what's going to be included there, but hope you guys enjoyed. And I guess the last couple of things that I found to be super cool, last couple of stories anyway. Let's go run back to base to sleep here real quick. So the Friday night, after spending quite a bit of time actually playtesting Seth's new map, went and watched another little bit of a show, and then went over to after we were done there, went and played Cards Against Humanity with Mark IRL and a bunch of the other guys, and I must that was the first time I'd played the Cards Against Humanity, and it was a very interesting game to play, and especially with Mark IRL and everybody else. Yeah, it's definitely a very interesting game. I'm not going to go into any details about what happened with the game or anything like that, because, well, number one, you kind of have to be there for it to make any sense whatsoever, and it's not my place to spoil that kind of fun. I'll just leave it at it being a very, very fun game to play, and definitely recommend that game. Mark actually has a pretty significant collection of Cards Against Humanity cards. I believe he said he has every card that's been made, which is really pretty cool. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and ended up staying. We ended up playing that until around 4:45 in the morning, which was pretty crazy, and a lot of fun. But it was quite late when we finished playing. Oh, look, that's fancy. Fancy, fancy, Mr. Architect. What you doing around here? Converting it to have a bunch of sandstone. You're making glass. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Let's take a look at our resources here. Overall, yeah, I think that's kind of the majority of the wrap-up for PlayOnCon. Yeah, overall, it was a load of fun, and no player buildings built yet. Upgrades on a bunch of things. Looks like all of the buildings except the lumberman's hut are built now, and just have various upgrades left. So that's pretty cool. Look at all the little kids, too. Guess there's just a bunch of youth now. I haven't actually noticed any of the youth. I guess they stay... Oh, this guy's a little bit bigger. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this wrap-up. Maybe a little bit longer of a video, just with all of, especially with the clips mixed in. I know this is a very different video than normal for the Traveler series, but this seemed like the best place overall in my video sequence to actually make this wrap up, and kind of just going from there. Looks like we just need a bunch more stone. What is the lumberman's hut? To the southeast. Oh. Look at him go. Sorry, easily distracted as is typical. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you get the opportunity to go to PlayOnCon next year, then definitely do so. It's a lot of fun. You can meet a ton of people. I'm currently planning on going next year, assuming that I can get tickets and a hotel room there. The current plans sounds like they are planning to try to get the same location again, and there's a few things on this with that location that could be a little bit better, but now that they've had one of the PlayOnCons at that site, then everybody knows what to expect, and they can do a little bit of tweaking to try and get make the site work just a little bit better. Even without that, there's a couple of challenges with the site, just in how spread out everything is and things like that, but it really was not bad, even on those things, to get around or anything like that. Overall, it worked really well, at least for me. I did find that the ankle I broke last October did start to have some issues on late Saturday and into Sunday, just because it's a fairly spread out site, so there's a lot of walking involved, but other than that, I thought it worked pretty well, and was, like I said, it was a lot of fun. I'm definitely planning on going next year, and hope to see everybody else there as well, because you guys should go and check it out, because it's a lot of fun. And so with that, that's going to do it for this episode. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.